Hello there, Jose Rodriguez here. In this video I'm going to show you how to create a Photoshop template that you can use to drop images onto. This particular example, I have created one with an even border all the way around of 1/4 inch. And so here we have a document. Go ahead and look at the actual size of it. 8.5 by 11, 300 ppi. And it is a white background. Now, what we need to do in order to do this, now, you could, of course, just open up an image, drop it on top, and attempt to make it match within that setup border. It's a little bit difficult to do if you're just trying to do it manually. As you can see, this is a much lower resolution. You can go ahead and size it this way, and then try to make it fit. And of course, I have distorted it. It's not going to fit perfectly. I did not use a restraint key like Shift in order to constrain the transformation of this image. So we're not going to use that method. We're going to use the shape method. And here is the shape tool. I'm going to click, get a rectangle tool. We're going to go right over to that corner and drop down to this corner. And just work a little bit slow so that you can get this indicator right in the middle. You saw that little line. That tells me that it is centered. Now I have a letter size document with a shape center in the middle, 1/4 inch border all the way around. Now we can use this template. I'm going to go ahead and save this. We'll save it. Control S on Windows, or File Save, or File Save As if you want to give it another name. So we'll go ahead and open whatever image we want to place within it. We'll go ahead and use these images of the last wedding that I did. And we'll use, for example, this image of my bride getting ready with her mother and one of her bridesmaids looking in the good old smartphone. We'll go ahead and click on the Move tool. We'll slide the image over. And we'll go ahead and close that one. As you can see, the image is much bigger than the actual shape due to the fact that it's a 24 megapixel image. So now to perform the magic act of actually placing it within that particular shape we created, we're going to go ahead and go over to the Layers palette and click on the Alt key on your keyboard. And as you can see, as I drag my cursor down, once it hits that intersection between the shape layer and the image layer, you get that little arrow pointing down. Click on it. Now you saw what happened here. Let me go ahead, Control Z out of it. Watch what happens to this border. Boom. Now the image is located magically within that shape. I can move it around all I want. If you have Show Transform controls clicked, you will be able to see the actual image as it extends beyond this particular document and that particular shape layer that we made. So we're going to hit Shift, bring this down, bring it over so that we can place it exactly where we want it, like so. Now I can raise it or lower it. Now, because of the ratio of the 8.5 by 11, of course, I cannot include the whole image as it was intended to be a 3:2 ratio. So once we get it to where we want it to, composition wise, we'll double click and click outside, and there is the image placed. And all we have to do now is print it. As you can see, perfectly centered image, 1/4 inch border all the way around. All we have to do is set up our driver settings and click on print. Now, what if we have multiple images we want to place within that shape? Let's go ahead and bring in a few more verticals. Maybe these 4 right here. Open them up. Now, what we need to do is pull them out to the side. Just pull them right off until we have the original one in the background. We're going to click on one of them, drag it over, close it, drag it over, close it, drag it over, close it, and drag it over and close it. So now we have 4 images stacked on top of the one that we clipped. So let's go ahead and clip them all. Click on Alt, clip, Alt, click, Alt, click, and Alt, click. All right, so now we just have to resize everything. We'll click on this one, resize it, make it fit within that. That's a good position right there within that shape. Double click, turn it off momentarily. Click on this one. Same thing. Size it to our liking. Maybe right there. Double click. Turn that one off for now. Click. And continue doing this. You can do as many as your memory can handle, depending how much memory your computer has. RAM, that is. And finish up with this one. Okay. Now, what do we do when we want to print these? Click and print. Boom. Click and print. And so on and so on and so on, until you have printed every one of those photos within that stack. They're all clipped within that particular shape layer. So to print them, all you have to do is individually isolate each one of those images and just send it to the printer. Now this can be saved with all these layers, and then you could use it to print copies later if your client decides to reorder prints. And it's a great way to set up a multiple number so that they print exactly with the same border. And so that's just one of the many template type techniques that you can use. Now I want to show you a program that is really, really awesome. If you do a lot of wedding photography, event photography, and you want to create custom pages for albums to send to a company to be printed as an album, Album DS. Awesome, awesome program. A little bit costly, but it is extremely good. It automatically opens your Photoshop because you set it up to do that. Now, you have a ton of templates that come with it. I only have one particular variety of templates, but there are many. As you can see here, you get the previews when you view them. So let's go ahead and pick something simple, such as this. We're going to double click. It's going to open up that template within Photoshop, as you can see. All right, so if you have two monitors, this is wonderful. You can just drag this to the second monitor. But if you just have one monitor, you just have to kind of play with it. And so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have auto select on. I'm going to click on this one right here. And as you can see, it has automatically picked that particular shape layer. Remember shape layers? We were just using them earlier. So what we'll do is we'll just double click on this image, and it will resize it and fit it within that shape layer automatically, as you can see. Now I can move that around slightly as I see fit. It's going to fit it to the point where it's going to be almost perfectly fitted in center. Click on that one, say click this one, and boom, 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 done. We're going to drag this over a little bit, and here we go. Click. And done. Isn't that amazing? We no longer need this. There's so much that you can do with that program. I'm not going to get into it at this moment. If you guys want to find out more about this, just ask me and I will do videos concerning this particular application and show you all of the trickery that you can do with it. Now, the pages set for 0 to 29.5 almost centimeters. So what we want to do is we're going to change this to inches, so we got something more understandable. So this is an album page that when you open it up, the book spans about 15 and 5/8 inches all the way across. So this is your printable area within those markers. Now, if you want to adjust an image, just click on it. This one is basically a one-to-one fit. If you want to enlarge it, click on it, drag, and double click. As you can see, I just adjusted that image pretty much within seconds. Now, if you want to, for example, change this particular shape here to more of a rectangular shape, click on the actual shape, which is this layer right here, and drag across. You see, it's not affecting the image at all. It's affecting only the shape, and because there's enough image to go around, it's including it. Same thing can happen here. I'm going to double click on that, click on the actual shape layer, and you can also open it up. So now we have widened the two shape layers. Click on this one, click on the shape layer, and now we have constricted it. Double click, click on the actual photo, and slide it right over. And that is it. You can then send this directly to the printer and create your beautiful album pages. All right, that'll be it. This is just a little teaser. If you want to find out more about this, just let me know. And I can create a whole series of videos just using this. Now, anytime you customize one of these templates, you can save it under a different name, and you can then reuse it. All right, so thanks again for watching, everybody. Please subscribe, share, and like. And again, if you want to find out more about this, let me know. Happy printing, everyone. Bye-bye.